Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to HealingTalks, where we talk and overcome challenges. Today I'm not alone, I'm with my friend Yvonne. This shows that the topic today is so touching and so fiery. Currently, most of the parents and maybe our relatives, they insist that we do particular courses that they feel that have a title or like they are somehow tangible. Laws do say that it's a topic that you can introduce yourself so well, or rather a course that when you say to someone, they will know that your child is doing something, not wasting your money in school. And that affected most of the youths, and including myself and Yvonne. I think you're also a victim.
So much.
Yeah, very true. You see, actually, as per my side, when I was done with secondary school, I had to travel to Nairobi to go stay with my dad for some time. Then my parents told me that I should go do computer packages, which I did. And they told me that in that period they will be figuring out the course in quotes that I will do. But in reality, it was never a course. They were planning that I go do, not even actually do, like should go become a police, which I was never interested in. I never desired being a police or anything related to police. Then I told my parents that I can't be a police. But my dad had so many arguments, and he told me that you see what, with police I just have to pay a little amount of money, then you'll go for the trainings and you'll be recruited automatically, and it will save me the fees. He was so assured because he had the connection, as many of us say. Then I told him that, you know what, I can't run, I've never run before, not even in the simplest competition ever. Then he told me that you must not be number one, and you must not win in that race. You just have to go avail yourself, then your name will already be written above. But I was not interested with this. We used to discuss, talk, I cry every day, we discuss again, but this thing was never going to work for me, because I was never interested in anything to do with the police. We did this for a whole year, just discussing the police matter. Then after talking with some of my friends and some elders, and then one of them told me that you should go tell your dad that you have agreed. And I told him, you are so crazy. How can I go tell my dad that I have agreed? I just told you I don't want to be a police, but he told me, go tell your dad that you have agreed. But that particular day, when I told him that I had agreed, he shocked me. He told me that just let go of that thing. You had said that you had submitted your application papers at Thika. Go follow up. And he even gave me the transport money, which I did the following day. But things happened in between, and I went to another different school. But I want to pursue what I really wanted. Yvonne, what was your story, as much as this topic is related?
Okay, thank you so much, Mercy, for this chance. So you find that even me, after completing my high school, I was quite frustrated because you find that my parents wanted me really to join let me say a prestigious university. You know, with most of our elders, most of our parents, or most of the surrounding people around us, they believe there are specific universities, maybe in Kenya, maybe in the world, which when you go there, you become at some level of, let me say, society.
Yeah.
You become on top. So like requesting them, like, hey, to me, it's not about the name of the university, but the course that I want to pursue. And they asked me, then what do you want to pursue? I just told them simply I want to pursue something related to medicine, or because something relating to physics related, because that was my area of interest. But they were like, okay, what about the university you want to go to? I told them any that will offer, even if it's a college. And they were like, no, that can never happen, because you can't go to college when you qualify to go to university. And that broke me. And when I tried to argue with them, they said I don't want to go to pursue my education. Then if I should not waste their money in any college, I should just go straight ahead and start working casual jobs.
What were you going to do in the university? Which course in particular?
They wanted me to take education science, which I never liked at any point.
You don't want to be a teacher?
I didn't want at all. I didn't want at all. And it took me so long. They did that. They did the application. I was called to one of the universities in the country. I went there, but when I reached there, I changed the course by myself without involving them. When they learned after a year, they were so furious with me. But I told them I had to do what I like. And it took them time to accept it. Thankfully, I got successful with it. I graduated with it, and at least I'm peaceful with the path I took instead of the path that someone chose for me. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. So, was it your mom or your dad who was pressing so much?
So with our parents, let me say maybe my mom is suggesting that go become a teacher. And she'll have to tell my father first, there are two people who have been together for so long, they go along so well. So she just tell him, hey, can you try to talk to her, because we're the one paying fee. She's just a kid. And you find that both of them, they'll team up, and they'll come to talk to you, tell you, if you don't want to do this, then just stay at home. Or go hustle for yourself, then go get the college money, join there. But about university, we're ready to support you and join the university with the course of education. Yeah, so it was both of them were pressuring me to follow up that path. Yeah.
Do you think that there was something that you could have desired, that you wish that your parents could have done this, or they could have taken this particular step, and then you feel like if they did, then it could have made you be in a particular level in life today?
I can just say, when they could just have set me free and asked me first, what's your interest? What do you want to do? What do you want to become? And I tell them maybe I want to become a doctor. And now the problem with them, they feel that having a diploma is not worth like having a degree. Yeah, so they could just have given me that freedom to choose by myself and let me give it an attempt. So by that, having the legal authority to decide, because you find that most parents nowadays do that, they decide for their children. They say this one, when she completes this maybe for a case, she'll go to Kenya Police, she'll go to Kenya Army, she'll go to university, or maybe mechanic, maybe polytechnic, so on. So it's a challenge that they didn't give me a chance to tell them what I want, or my interests, and maybe my whatever I decide to do in the future. Yeah.
Oh, do you think like maybe our parents, they consider like our grades, they say that maybe you've got a C plus, and then mostly a C plus is allowed to go to you. If you get a C plus, currently you are allowed to go to a university.
Yeah.
Do you think our parents, like, they have that feeling because they have desired that their children be in a university some days, and then now you have the C plus? Do you think there's a feeling like they feel if you go to the university, then despite the fact that it will make them feel good, they feel that it's a guarantee that you will automatically succeed in life, than as compared to someone who is maybe in a diploma school or in a polytechnic or something?
Yeah, so that's not the notion, and trying to remove that mentality from them it's quite impossible, because they believe automatically a degree is better than a diploma or a certificate, not considering the area of interest for this particular child, or maybe this particular pupil. So you realize that with most of them, they just see if someone qualifies to be in the university, they must go there automatically. Not even trying to engage them like, hey, what about you first start with diploma, maybe try this course which you are more capable of, which you have a great interest in. And for them, they don't consider that. They just think once you have a grade that can take you to university, you have to go there automatically. And going to university again, maybe you have a C plus, you can't start with that course, maybe let me say engineering, maybe medicine, or maybe even architecture, so courses. So when you go there, you'll have to take a course which is not in your area of interest. Maybe you go there with a C plus, and you maybe wanted to become even a nurse or a doctor. So you have to go maybe education, field of education, you become a teacher. And like when you could have first gone to diploma or maybe some other college, maybe KMTC, so on, you could have started with a diploma maybe in that particular field, then later upgrade later in the near future and have a degree in it. So they don't consider that, most of them. Yeah.
I think that idea is so good because you are actually, if you didn't get, if you don't have something, then you should not, as much as you could like to regret and not having that, not have achieved the university grade or the grade that you ever wanted.
Yeah.
But the grade does not matter at all. You can still be what you wanted with that grade. Because actually, diploma and the polytechnics give us the chance for us to pursue whatever you wanted. If you never got the university grade but you wanted to be like a doctor, you can still be procedurally. You can go do medical lab, go do courses like pharmacy, you see. Then in the near future, you will still end up being the doctor that you wanted, as long as you have the passion and the desire. I think that actually we should be allowed, you should allow your child, or rather your sibling, or your relative, to do the course that they have passion in. Actually, I came to realize that it's not all about the course so much, it's about your passion.
Yeah.
Your passion, your talent, your hobby.
Interests.
So yeah, very true.
Yeah.
That thing that you love, that is the one that is marketable.
Exactly.
And actually the definition of success is when you achieve that what you want, and when you wake up every day and you go to a job that you love because it's your passion, it's your talent, it's your hobby, it's your interest, then I define that as success and as victory in life. So I think people should change this perception of that you should do particular courses only, or it's only the university, it's only when you go to university that's when you have victory and success.
Yeah.
Or when you do particular courses. I came to realize that there are some people who do some courses, some are not even influenced by their parents actually. Some is that peer pressure, that for you to fit in a particular group, you must have done particular courses, you see. You can get someone in school, he's doing a technical course, maybe an engineering course, he never loved physics, he never loved maths at all. But this person is doing this course because his friends also did this course.
But the parents told him to do it because he passed.
Yeah, because he passed, or maybe the parents had never done such a thing.
Yeah.
So he wants it to be in his lineage, you see. But courses, they can't be according to your lineage, you see. You have to do it because you're passionate, you love this thing, so that if you wake up every day, you see, sometimes we might finish school but we don't get a job immediately. Can you think about you not getting a job of something that you did, you never loved in the first place?
So frustrating. You blame up people just because they pushed you to do that.
Yes, you blame your parents, you blame your relatives, you blame even your forefathers for you having done this thing that is now not marketable as they were telling you it's so marketable.
Yeah.
Yeah, this confirms that the thing that is marketable is your hobby, your passion, those things that you love. Those things are the ones that are so marketable. And I think CBC is trying to do that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes back when I was in high school, these people, I think they were Canadians or something. They were from those European nations. They were students. They were so surprised at our subjects. They were asking us, and you mean you just do things randomly? Like you have not even started doing something that is related to your profession or your career. Then we were telling them, yeah. Then they told us that with their system, as from secondary school, someone already knows what he wants to be. When he wants to be an electrician, a doctor or anything, he's doing courses, subjects I mean, according to what this person wants to do or according to their desire. If someone is an artist that they know, they are doing courses, subjects related to music and so on.
Yeah.
But in our nation, I think like maybe the curriculum and the way we are brought up has contributed a lot. In someone doing a course, then you regret, you start feeling that this is not what I want, I did the wrong thing. this apart from the family pressure and friends and peer groups, I think our curriculum has also contributed to this. Do you think CBC is trying to change everything and bringing a better aspect of this one?
Thank you so much. So I can say that first we have had this 844 for so long, and you find that most people end up being frustrated because they are taught they are taught at school how to like mostly passing exams. You see, like during my times in primary, secondary school, when we used to be maybe in classes after examination, sometimes you are punished for not maybe scoring some marks in school. Maybe you're told, why didn't you score maybe an A in mathematics, why did you score maybe an A in English? And maybe you find that this particular child, the interest is not even in those particular subjects. So someone has just to study them to pass them. And once they are done with the subjects, maybe this high school, they go to university or maybe college, tertiary institution, then they upgrade their education, and when they're out of the school, now in the job market, they have no interest at all in what they were studying for, because they're just focusing on how to pass them. And even maybe some of them end up using, because maybe you're forcing me to pass the exam, and maybe I have no capabilities, so I end up using some other means, maybe like cheating in those examinations, so that I can be able to pass them and impress teachers, impress parents, impress society. But at the end of at the end of it all, you find that I'm not able to have it all by myself. Deep down in my heart, I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy because you find that I'm being disappointed. I was forced to do these things. There's no job for me, no area of interest for me. Even maybe I'm confused. I don't know where my interest is, and I end up blaming the society for misleading me. They say that it's the key for future life. But I feel like, but they misled me. This key, they're not opening any doors for me. So what's the importance of it all? So for CBC, I quite like the idea, because from as early as maybe lower primary, they identify the capabilities of this particular pupil. They try to push him or her to aspire them and to follow those particular dreams. And we believe that when the child comes out of this particular curriculum, she'll be able to have had the great knowledge about the field of study, and they can be able to follow them up and build something out of it, because they are now doing something that they had their dream of. They have been in that field for so long, and now that they're out of the job market, even if they want to be employed, they can employ themselves and they can be able to inspire others with what they have been molded into from school system.
Yeah, very true. Actually, you made me remember, it's not even about actually reading. Some are cramming. You cram so hard. You know, you can cram the whole book. Some have a very high power of cramming.
So high cramming power
that you can cram the whole book, then you go write everything in the exam. Immediately you are done with the exam, everything is gone.
Forgotten. Wait again the next term exam and cram again and forget about it.
No one dare ask you any question after exam, because all these things you had to cram them. I can remember we used to to cram formulas for mathematics, because I was not so good in maths. I used to love sciences, but not particularly maths. I was not so good in maths, so I could cram other formulas. Then if you ask me, obviously when you ask me after exam, I don't know, because I had crammed these things up. I knew someone something that he or she had crammed. I don't know. I think actually I also support CBC to some extent, despite some other challenge. Everything that any good thing when it's coming up, it has a little bit of challenges. But the thing that I love with it is that this child is growing up while knowing or identifying the things that he or she can do best. Like for example, one of my siblings, while he was growing up, we noticed that he's good in these things to do with electricity. You can sometimes throw bulbs and some wires, and then maybe when power goes off, you will see his own electricity. It can be a Kenya Power that is
and then you can't force that to become a farmer.
Very true, very true, he can connect those things in the only way he only knows best, and it will work, and it will really produce light. Those things that were waste to you, he can use them and make them
Useful.
Yes, he can make them very useful. So you see, for a particular child, we have already known what he can be and what he can do best. This is a child that even if you take him to go and do things like electrical engineering or something, you know this child can do very well
in that.
because this is the thing that he or she is best in.
Yeah.
You see, some parents, sometimes I think we also just assume things that are much important in people's life. Because maybe some parents, some kids, I mean, they are talented in maybe music, some are talented in playing football and so on.
Dancing,
Yeah. But you see, our parents see these things as jokes. If you try doing saloonist things, your parents will tell you, that person that has bewitched you, I'll go pray for that person. You see, they consider these things that like things that are so less important.
Yeah, or things which should be done by people who never took education seriously.
Yeah, those who never went to school.
And that's so wrong.
Yeah. I think education is meant to empower us, but education is not meant to move you away, or rather, withdraw you away from your talent.
Yeah.
Education is meant to open your eyes to see the best way you can use your talent. Because okay, you were never empowered, but you had the talent. Now that you have the talent plus empowerment, you can now go very far, and you can now approach various people. Because actually you can communicate well with different people from different society and from different countries all over the world. I think when we reach this particular level of life, then the complaints of people being jobless and the blame games, they will have reduced so drastically. Because kids will be growing when you know, I like this, I love this, then I do exactly this. And you have people around you who will be supporting you, mostly your parents and your close family members. Yeah. I just desire that one day we reach a level like those developed countries that from childhood, a child can already identify what he or she is best in. Then when you go to school, maybe primary school, you can do general things. Then as from high school, you just start doing things like if it's subjects, do subjects that are related to what you are good in. Like if you want to be a doctor, do subjects that are related to medicine. Like from high school, let teachers focus on the things that are related to the thing, your profession. If you're a musician, do things that are more related to music. If you are good in farming, it's also good. Actually, we must have farmers.
Recently, I've also seen some photos circulating. People, let me call them kids, aged between about the age of 8 to 12. They are planting vegetables, sukuma wiki, so much of them, cabbages, even tomatoes. And I'm like, oh wow, how do they make it? And it just drives me. I'm like, oh, this system is so amazing. Because if a kid aged 9 can be able to know the process of cultivating these vegetables, so nutritious, and then they take them to the market, some took them to the market, they sold them, some people supplied to their own school for food, some took to an orphanage and gave up to the less privileged. So you found that with that system, where you have to identify these kids, what they are capable of, what drives them so much, and you just visualize in that. It really can make this place to be a better one, and making it to be so beneficial and, let me just say, so amazing in the well-being of the society at large.
And that's very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true. If that could happen worldwide, then I think even the food inadequacy couldn't be there. Because we have been famine. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. You can also comment in the comment section. Tell us what you could have desired to happen. Tell us your views, and also tell us more about what you think is much important, and what you could have also desired that it could have happened while you are still in high school, or actually after high school. What is your regrets and so on. Please don't forget to subscribe, and click on the button below, notification bar,
Yeah.
so that when we upload a video, you'll watch. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a nice time.